Coach, game week. How's it feel to finally hit this point after you've been through recruitment, spring ball, fall practice? What's the feeling?
You're just making sure you cross all your T's and dot all your I's this week. You're making sure you've hit every situation that could possibly come up in the game. What you'd hate is to be on national TV the first week and you get some freak situation happen at the end of a game or something of that sort, and your players aren't prepared for that. So we're trying to hit all those last-minute deals in the last couple practices here to get our guys ready to roll. But I like the place that we're at.
When did you kind of transition from fall camp ending into game prep?
About 3 days ago. So we've spent the last 3 practices focusing on Mercer, and our guys have really liked not going up against purple and gold every day now. So getting a different kind of scheme that they're getting used to and really getting into a game plan for the first time. So we'll get about a week and a half of getting ready for Mercer before we step on the field in Montgomery.
You look at this game, first game in America. Notre Dame will kick off just a little bit before. ESPN, big stage. Have you talked about that with the team at all, or thought about what that means?
Yeah, we've talked about it with them all for, I'd say, for 8 months now, prepping for this big game and this big moment, what it means for the school, what it means for this area. They wear the logo, and for the first time in a long time, you're going to have national eyes on UNA football. So we've got to do a good job of representing our school, representing our program on that Saturday.
Side note, your brother will coach in a high school game on Friday night that'll be broadcasted on ESPN. You'll be on ESPN the next day. Is it a pretty big weekend for the Dearmon family?
Huge weekend. Parents are going to travel a little bit. They play in Saraland, which is where my parents are from, so not too far of a travel to the Friday night game, but then they'll drive up to Montgomery. And brother will probably not make the trip. He'll be game planning for the next week, but he'll be watching it on ESPN, though. And I think we've got probably around 20 or so Dearmon family members that will be coming up to Montgomery.
Mercer, what do you know about this team that you'll be playing on Saturday?
Mercer is a very sound football team. You could tell they're very well coached. I've got a lot of respect for their head coach and their staff. They get the most out of their players. I think they've got a very talented group. They're going to be sound in what they do. They're going to be very tough. So we've got to pack a lunch and be ready to come out and be the tougher football team.
Anything else you want to add about the weekend?
We've got, Mercer also has 3 All-Americans, 2 on the offense side of the ball and 1 on the defense side of the ball. So we've got to have an idea where those 3 guys are at, not taking anything from any of the other players that they have, but they've got some special players on the field.